Welcome back. During this part of the show, Doghouse and myself look over the things we've seen posted on the internet, mainly on social media, and reflect on the relevance and importance of those posts. The first one I'd like to look at is this one about Charlie Chaplin openly professing to be an anarchist. Anarchy, however, has bad press because we're nurtured to believe that it's about a lawless society. Doghouse was looking at some dictionaries, and what's it say, mate?
Well, here we have the Collins English Dictionary, and the definition of anarchy in the Collins English Dictionary is general lawlessness and disorder, the absence of government. Now, I don't know about you, Doc, but I think that the system we're living in now is anarchy. If that's the definition, we live in a system of complete lawlessness.
Yep. For those of you who are not aware, the legal system is not anything to do with law. It's a set of arbitrary rules for slaves. It's based on maritime law, law of the sea, whereas we are on the land. We live by law of the land. You cause no harm, injury or loss, you do not commit a crime. That is the law. And you take the Greek, which is where the word anarchy comes from, it means without authority, without government. That's the fundamental etymological basis of the word. What post have you got that you've been looking at in Doghouse?
There was a post on Facebook which struck a chord with me, quite simple. It just says, modern slaves are not in chains, they are in debt.
That's most true.
Now, we all know that one. We all know that. Personally, myself, I was working in a job for 8 years. Before that, I was on the dole for 10 years and managing to survive quite well, thank you very much. I got a job for 8 years, and after those 8 years, I was 5 grand in debt. You get offered credit cards. You get they put everything in front of you. It's the little carrot. Before you know it, you're in debt and you cannot leave your job. You can't leave. You're a slave. No better than any African slave from the last century. You are being forced to work.
Yeah, they've changed the chains, metal chains, for paper chains. Money, credit. You may have seen posts like that, and it's absolutely true. And, you know, it's time to wake up, because you might have a struggle getting through paying your credit card, etc., etc. You may feel your rights are being taken, but what about your children and your children's children? Because it only gets worse. You know, it's got worse in your lifetime. It's going to get far worse in theirs. This post, for all the policemen out there, I'd really like to reach out to you guys. For those of you who can't read what it says at the bottom, it says, "Why aye, bonny lad, in 30 years, when the bastards are making you redundant, closing your stations, robbing your pensions, and the country is still broke, you'll remember this day with tears in your eyes and realise you should have been on our side." I think that's quite profound and absolutely true. Because to any of you policemen out there, you've got families, you've got friends, and everything you do to uphold these bankers, corporations, statutes and acts against the law is going to remove the rights from your family and friends. And this goes for the military too, if they want martial law. And if they want to use a foreign army, just the same as they're using our army as a foreign army to suppress and oppress other countries that will not accept private central bank. Think about it. Your family and friends as well. And this post I saw on the internet recently, and I was quite shocked, even with everything I know, that in 1927 the Rothschilds, Rockefellers and other families bought America, bought a country, which makes me think of this quote from David Rockefeller: "We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis and the nations will accept the New World Order. Now the New World Order he's talking about is on the dollar bill, under the seal. Novus Ordo Seclorum. It's Latin, it means New World Order. There is no conspiracy theory here. There is a conspiracy. And a lot of people are waking up to it now, and with Anarchy TV we hope not only to help educate and to bring people into a new age, not a new world order.
And what do you think that crisis is that he's talking about, Doc? You know, when he's talking about we just need the right crisis to for people to accept it. I mean, personally, when you think about it, you know, capitalism has always needed an enemy. We've had Al Qaeda, and now we've got ISIS, which we're now being told that the CIA are completely implicit in ISIS. You know, they need an enemy. They need an enemy in order to create fear, and with fear comes the closing down of personal freedoms. And it just seems implicit that you know, everything we're afraid of right now is actually being created by those that claim to be protected.